change it. I think that's one of the reasons why Clinton won. You know, Clinton had this no matter what.
I'll tell you, when we first had this conversation about the letters, you were right. And
you know, I was just playing it up, and these guys are like, "What? It has a boost!" You know, I mean, for 25-year-old guys.
Poor job of organizing, poor job of educating too. Let me just click this and click this just to be sure. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DP show. I have excellent news. I have excellent news for all of you. Dimitri is back in Greece, which means I'm back in control of the. I'm doing the changes. I'm back in control, which means no technical difficulties. Welcome, Dimitri.
Should we wait first and see if they can hear you before we?
I literally just shot myself in the foot. I guarantee you. My camera's going to start melting at any minute. You know, having the show at this time, first of all, welcome to the Senior Citizens edition of the show. 3 p.m. I don't see Larry here. I'm very excited. I'm concerned. I thought he would be here for sure. He even double-checked with me the time, and maybe he'll show up. But having the show at this time in Florida is such a dangerous thing.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
For your location in Cape Coral, this show is literally an hour before happy hour at the Denny's. So that's perfect for you. It's absolutely fantastic.
If you can...
Do the show and then catch happy hour for senior citizens at the Piccadilly cafeteria and then go to bed.
Hold on a second. Why is your mic muted? It says your mic is muted. You're coming through on my desktop audio. You should be. Hold on a second. Oh, don't, I told you I shot myself in the foot. Hold on a second. Let me see. Properties. Default. Oh. Let's try that. Give me a check.
All right. See if you can hear me now.
Okay, you should be there now.
Hear me
All right.
now.
No, we should be able to hear Dimitri just perfectly now. Just a small little technical difficulty.
Technical difficulty. It's okay. It's all right.
Good.
Let's see. Somebody confirm.
You should be okay now. Like, I'm seeing good level from you right now.
You're seeing very good level.
I'm seeing very good level. See?
All right.
Mowgli says we're all good now. And as long as Mowgli says that, we must be okay.
As I was saying, I said this showtime for you being in Cape Coral, it's perfect. You can do the show and make it the happy hour at the Piccadilly cafeteria with all the senior citizens. Get your 10% discount, eat dinner, go to bed. Perfect.
It's even better than that. Because right now, 90% of Cape Coral is out eating right now. So the bandwidth is better right now.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, the time for me, I can do probably 4 or 5 o'clock your time. The 9 o'clock just does not work for me. It's 4 o'clock in the morning here, and there's absolutely no way that I can function the next day doing the show that late. So we're gonna have to figure it out. In fact, we weren't gonna do a show today, but we decided last minute to do it. But we'll figure out what slot is gonna fall into place, and we'll roll with that as we're moving along.
Yeah, and you know what? It's actually it works out fine for me. It breaks up the day a little bit, but I mean we're gonna be done by 5 o'clock my time anyway, so I can still go for my bike ride. I could still have dinner. So I mean it's not, and we could send people Scott's way. Yes. Usually people send Scott, or Scott sends people our way. So no, I don't live in the villages. Although I heard that the villages is a lot of fun. I heard that there's some.
That's good about this is that for our international audience,
yes,
this is the time. Yeah. Speaking of, next Tuesday.
The Tuesday after that, we doing it next Tuesday or the Tuesday after?
Whenever you say.
Okay.
The next show, we're gonna have the Vape Show guys on from the UK. So I mean, it works out good. So we can bring some international guests. and we'll figure it out. We'll figure out this night. It'll be here. It'll be 3, 4, 5 Eastern. That's probably where it's going to land on a regular basis. But
look, we always let you know. We always let you know on either Facebook or Taste Your Juice or Dimitri's social media or Dimitri's Twitter. He uses Twitter a lot more than I do.
I use everything more than you.
Pretty much all social media more than I'm good with Facebook. I know how to find it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Hey, speaking of international vape shows, I'm going to Australia.
You're going to Australia?
Sort of.
It's been on my bucket list.
Yeah, well, I'm not really going to Australia. I'm going to be on, and maybe Craig, maybe you could let me know the name of this show, but I got to show you what prompted this. Okay, is that all right? Can I show you?
Absolutely. Yes.
It shouldn't. It's only 3-minute clip here, and it should work just fine if I push this button right here and I play it. So let's play it. There's no volume. Here we go.
Hear it. I still can't hear it.
I totally put the volume up, and there's still no volume.
Where's it coming? Do you have your browser coming in?
Yeah.
To that?
Yeah, it should be desktop. Oh my God! All right, hold on. Let's go back here. Why would there be no audio?
It's okay.
It's not okay. Oh wait,
they have.
It says the tab is muted. Oh, unmute site.
They were quite busy.
Got it. I got it. I figured it out.
Hey, this is the Aussie Vape Show, by the way.
Welcome back to the Aussie Shoe Show. Say that 3 times. I'll be proud of you.
It was the Aussie shit show earlier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Oh yes.
So they're talking about shoes, I guess.
Over sketches. Sketches are for old guys. Sorry, 𝗵𝗶𝗶.
See, that's your fault, D.
Well said, Craig D.
I went out for dinner the other day. Actually, a really nice dinner. Really nice local place in Lismore.
That's totally your fault.
They
That everybody relates
really nice
Skechers with me for.
They were quite busy. With my wife.
I mean, you got pink on me. I got Skechers on you.
I guess so. I guess so.
Partner. I say current partner. They've been together for ages. So, a lot of us there, and I was getting ready for it. And I was like, I'm wearing like a t-shirt, pair of jeans, paradox, and I throw on Dixon, brush out my beard, and I'm looking at myself going, I'm like 55. 55-year-old people, when I was young, did not dress like this. They would be out, suit and tie, little jacket, and I'm like, this is me in my nicest clothes. This is I picked out a especially nice Dixon for the night. I don't know. I think our generation is a little bit emotionally retarded. Yes. We're all stuck in our 20s.
I think we enjoy the comfortable factor. I've worn suits and ties for work, and it is not comfortable.
Here it comes.
And there's no way you want to wear that shit.
No.
As your evening attire out when you're going out to a dinner. You want to look good.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that you look banging.
But you go back to our father's generation, and I think that they wore suits and ties at work, and they wore suits and ties out, and on the weekend, if they were doing something, they'd wear something.
I never wore a suit and tie.
No tie.
Like ever.
Ooh,
yeah. Or they dress it down with a cardi.
Or it's Australia. It's the suit and tie with the short and the shorts.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, such a good look, right? But I don't know. I don't get it. And then I look at, again, all respect to 𝗵𝗶𝗶. I don't know how old the man is. I have no idea. He could be anywhere from my age to 20 years plus.
That's messed up right there.
But his general demeanor,
This is fantastic.
his general bearing of himself, I like the guy. I think he's a nice guy. But
I like you too, man.
Yeah.
To me, it feels like he's another generation. I don't have that connect.
It's okay.
Yeah, he carries himself that way, definitely.
Like Nick Green
It's
is
the
what?
holes in the jeans.
40? So he's 15 years younger than me. And except for the fact that he's probably got a little bit more energy and doesn't have a sore back, I'm relating to that. I'm dealing with that. I'm like, we're guys out in the world doing our stuff. Like, I'm fine with that. Phil, I'm like, dude, you're like my dad.
Oh my God.
And like I said, I have no idea. He could be my age.
Well, we're going to discuss it.
He could just be an old soul.
And okay. Okay. No, okay. First of all, I heard a couple things. Number one, it looks like the dad, right? And number two, old soul, right?
Yes.
Two of them literally look like Father Time.
They do, which is fitting for you because you'll feel comfortable in that show. But wow, yeah. I mean, look, I like the guys. Legion Vapes, cool dude.
No, they are good. They are good guys. So anyway, Craig brought this up to me, and I went over there. I left a fun little comment. And I said, let's go. Let's do a show together. And I said, we'll talk about like stuff like that rather than vaping. We'll talk about my age, my shaving habits, fun stuff. And they did. They responded right away. And I said, I'll stay up past 7. I'll put my teeth in. All kinds of fun stuff. And I got some stuff planned for the show too.
So you self-invited yourself on the show. By the way, Legion Vapes is 5 years older than you.
What's that?
Legion Vapes, the guy in the center on the bottom.
Yes.
He's 5 years older than you.
No, didn't he say he was 50 what, 4?
57.
Oh, 57.
Yeah.
Like when you think about me, knowing me, would you call me an old soul? Would you or do I more like have the mind of an 18-year-old?
You're the opposite of an old soul.
That's what I think. I'm like a kid. I'm like,
your brain needs diapers. What are you talking about?
Thank you. Your brain. Every time I think about like us together, I always think about like when I travel with you, right? How I can completely, I could turn the brain off, right? And we always joke around that I need one of those leashes, one of those child leashes, right?
You
Like,
do. It's unbelievable.
Oh my God. You know what? Something else reminded me of you. I got a device in. Okay. And the device reminded me of not just you, but us together. Okay.
Right.
So imagine this, right? Imagine that we're doing a show. We're at a show. And then we come back from the show and we're in the hotel rooms. Okay?
Okay.
All right. And we're in adjoining hotel rooms.
Okay.
Okay. And we're just getting out of the shower.
Okay.
Okay. And a girl comes to my room first, and she walks in.
All right.
And I'm standing there naked.
Okay.
And she looks down and she goes, oh, small. Right?
Okay.
And then she leaves my room and she goes into your room.
Okay.
And she sees you there naked and she looks down. She's like, oh, small too. Okay. And that's why this device reminded me of us, the O small too.
Where'd you get that from? 𝗵𝗶𝗶?
It's 𝗵𝗶𝗶, yeah. Like I got a few things here. This one I got the Lux the Lux QS from 𝗵𝗶𝗶, and there's another one that I got from Geek Vape here, the Sonder U. I was actually gonna like maybe take a look at these during the show if you wanted to.
Sure. Maybe we can later on. I'm just surprised that you got product in. That's rare that happened.
Yeah. Well, I think what happened was I think all of the here's what I think is going on. I think all of the old staff that used to handle reviewers at a lot of these companies moved on, right? So there's all new staff, and they have no idea who any of us are. Okay, yeah. And they saw 𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗹 and they saw vaping reviews, and they might have looked at tasteyourjuice.com, and they might have looked at my YouTube, and they see that I still have like 130,000 subscribers, however many it is, and they're like, oh well, we should hit this guy up. Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
And that's what they're doing. They're like, can we have cooperation with you? We'll send you free product, and you can review it, and and we'll let you know when to release the reviews and how to release the reviews. I'm like, no. I said, look, if I get the opportunity, if I feel like it, if I wake up someday and I feel like reviewing something again, I said, send it if you want. But I mean, this is all small stuff. Daniels and Mike and those guys still get the big stuff. So.
By the way, welcome to Chris. We got some people from Greece now. That's another good thing about this time slot. 𝗵𝗶𝗀, very good friend of mine, owner of 𝗍𝗶𝗀, and Vape My Noob, Nick is here. By the way, huge announcement coming this week. Huge announcement. Multi-international YouTube celebrity from Greece has a huge announcement this week. Nick Vape My Noob, in cooperation with Dash Vapes as well too. So we're very, very excited to do that for him.
He's taking over.
I wish. I wish. But yeah, he's gonna announce it, so I don't want to give it away. But very, very, very excited for him. He deserves it. I have a couple things to talk about before we get into some vape stuff.
Okay, actually, before you do that, I do want to do one thing that we failed to do on the last show. That's because we had the good doctor on. Yes. I just want to talk about 𝗂𝗄𝗃 real quick, okay? And the little promotion that 𝗂𝗄𝗃's got going on. This website, I'll have a link for it on Taste Your Juice in the replay. But she has 2 kits going for sale here. She has the DP Show kit, but cooler, and the DP Show kit. And this is a Inikin.
Guys,
what's that?
It's gonna be very difficult to be more cooler than us, you know.
Yeah, it's very hard. It's very hard. Well, this is the DP Show kit, and this includes 2 of our bottles of liquids, some sample liquids, some spare pods, and it's got the Inikin clips, and then the DP Show kit, but cooler. This has our unsalted ice, and you can pick whichever flavors you want. And there is a discount code for this. This should be here. And when I did this, I kind of laughed because Phil said $10 off gets you $10 off DP kits.
That's a bargain right there. I want $10 off DP immediately.
When I wrote that, I was like, DP kits. Yeah, anybody would want one of those. And so if you do get a kit, you can get $10 off the DP kit using Phil said $10, just like this, just like it says right here. And then for any order off of her site, you can get 10%. I'm not even sure I'm allowed to do this, so if we get booted from YouTube, at least you'll know why. But the good news is I have the it's not good news if I can't remember the name. The Rumble. Rumble should be good to go if we need to go live on Rumble, okay? So there you go. Support 𝗂𝗃. She supports us. She still supports vaping, and she still supports people quitting smoking through vaping. So let's support 𝗂𝗃. So
I'm telling you, the clips is killing it here in Greece. The new colors are fantastic. I mean, we're just selling so many at the stores. And with the unsalted on ice, it just makes such a great pairing to help people from that want to save some money from disposables. That man, it's pineapple mango is killing it. Banana ice is killing it. Watermelon peach on ice is killing it here in Greece, man. I'm telling you, it's doing very, very well.
So are you potentially saying that I not only have the #1 best-selling flavor in the unsalted line, but the #2 best-selling flavor?
Possibly you do. I'll have to ask Shai to give me the numbers, but I know today I was at the lab. We launched 2 new flavors here, the Dash Vapes liquids, the Raspberry Melonade and the Grapple Berry Ice, which have been 2 top sellers for Dash Vapes in the last 3 years. And then while we're at the lab producing that, my manager called me and says, "Hey, I need watermelon peach on ice. We're out of stock, and I got a wholesale order. Blah blah blah." So it seems to be doing very, very well. And I was Saturday night. I spent it down at the Athens store, which has been just extremely busy with all the tourism. So I went down there to help out the guy Saturday night. I spent 4 or 5 hours, worked the night shift there with him, and there was 1 bottle of watermelon peach on ice left, and there were like 15 pineapple mango, 15 banana ice. So that, if that does not tell you that it's selling well, I don't know.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, very, very exciting.
Did they, when they're down to a bottle like that, they should auction it off for prices over retail. That's what they should do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are these the flavors that you were talking about right here?
Those are the flavors that we launched today. Yeah. And then next week, a huge announcement. More flavors coming. I mean, I'm not going to stop. I want to just keep putting out liquid. I want my stores to be at least 50% the liquid that Dash Vapes produces. That's
nice. And we are also working on unsalted stuff behind the scenes.
Unsalted, new line launching probably by the Paris show. So hopefully by October 23rd, we'll have the new flavors for unsalted.
We hope. Listen, Dimitri, if there's nothing that you've learned over the years is never give a launch date that far out, because it never works for us.
If it's not in my hand, this is what bothers me. If it's in my hand, I can get shit done. When I'm depending on other people, it sucks. But yeah, but hopefully we'll have that coming away. Oh, by the way, I got the new phone. I got a new phone.
You got? Oh no!
I got the Flip.
Flip? Oh, you got one?
Yeah, you know me. You know, I mean, I change phones every six months. But I was just really excited about this because I haven't flipped since the late '90s. When I had the Razor was really cool. And I will tell you, if you've been on the phone for a foldable, the fold I was not too happy. It's just too big. It's a brick.
Right.
But the flip I have really enjoyed. I've only had it for a couple of days. It just came out, so I've really enjoyed using this for a couple of reasons. But one of the reasons is to save my sanity as well too, because me, I'm on the phone constantly, right?
Yes.
This phone has an outside display where you can scroll through and see your notifications on the outside screen. And then you can decide if you want to open up your phone, which cuts down a lot of it, because me, I have to answer to the messages immediately. I can't be like you and be like 3 days to reply to an email. So
it's like 2 days, more like 2 days.
Yeah. So the fact that it has this outside screen is fantastic because I can look at my notifications and see if there's something that's urgent that needs my reply. If not, I can just leave it, or I can just tap something on the outside screen, like a quick reply, and it's fine. So it cuts down on the amount that I have screen. Number two, it cuts down on the amount that I use the phone in the car, which I'm really bad about. And I admit it, I shouldn't do it, but that's just the way I am. But having this in the phone with Google, with Android Auto on and all that stuff, again, has cut me a lot of time. And it's just so small and lightweight. I can put it in my pocket. And
can you open it up and show us the inside?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Does the fold bother you?
It does not, because when the screen's on, you can't even tell that it's there.
You can't?
No, you can't. It's not noticeable to the point where it bothered, because I'm OCD with stuff like that. The fold has not bothered me at all, like the little crease that's in the middle. Other than that, I mean, it's on par with the S22 that I had, and I just been enjoying it. I just wanted to put.
So that is a Samsung, right?
That is a Samsung, yeah.
How's the camera? Because you're very picky about the camera.
That's another great part about it.
Be honest.
I can take a selfie with the main camera because it has this great feature. Watch.
You're very good with selfies. You're very good at selfies.
If I click the power button twice, look at that. I can see the camera image on the screen. Okay. So I can actually use the main camera of the phone to take a selfie instead of the inside that's underneath the display. So that's just a really
you got me curious. I mean, first of all, I love the camera. I'm still this is a S21 still. But whatever. Don't make a face. Don't make a face.
I'm not. It's a great phone. It really is.
It's a great phone, and I really like the camera. The problem with my phone is that pretty much the day that I got it. Okay, I don't know. Maybe hold on. Let me see if I go here. It's shot. I mean, this is all cracked here. This is all cracked down here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's completely shot. And it's the day that I got it, I had a bike mount for it that was terrible, and I hit a bump, and it fell out of the bike mount, and it hit the road, and then it rolled, it literally spun down the road, and then it was just destroyed. Thank God it still works perfect, but I'm kind of in the market for a new one, and if you're telling me that one's good, I might have to look at that one. It's cool.
I mean, I know you like big, bulky stuff, so it might not be for you because it's really elegant and smaller. And it's not really good for being active, because I have a case for it, but the cases for it, of course, are in 2 pieces, and stuff like that. So you might want to wait for the S23 that's coming out soon, or the Google Pixel 7. I will let you know.
Okay, yeah, please.
But I'm just saying, I was on the fence about foldables. I waited for 1, 2, 3. Now 4 is out, so I waited to the 4. And I said I'd give it a shot. And so far, I have been enjoying it, and I've been able to get through an entire day with a battery, which is a huge problem with me with cell phones. I can't get through a day of. This is just general business use, and of course, social media and stuff like that. With any phone, Now I haven't tried an iPhone. Don't get me wrong. Don't jump on me. But I've been able to get through a day here with this phone on a battery. So because of that, I can look at the outside screen. I don't have to open up the phone.
That's good. Janine, by the way, I do have a. Oh, that's not the right camera. This is the right camera.
What camera is that? Is that cock cam? What is that?
That's the cock cam right there. Yeah. This is the desk cam right here. I do have a case on it, Janine. I just took the case off so that I could show you the issues with the phone. And this is the back camera right there. Shows no bald spot, by the way.
Yeah, I don't have a back camera for that.
Yeah, I understand why.
I'm just getting a claim to this apartment, so I just now set up my little station here. And
dude, I am so excited to see that new apartment because from this picture it looks like big and roomy, and I see the bar behind you.
Nice. Yeah,
it's
really
and
nice.
You took advantage of the bar, correct?
The bar is half stocked. By the time you're here, it's going to have everything there. I got a nice wine selection.
Tito's? You're going to have Tito's?
I have Tito's. I have Chris '𝗿𝗪𝗀𝗀 gave me some wine. I have that up there on. He's a wine dealer as well too.
Okay.
So I'm just looking to grow it.
Listen, I see 𝗣𝗵𝗶𝗹 is trying to get in on the conversation, and he's trying to tell me to get an iPhone. That's never going to happen. It's just never going to happen. I can't do Apple product. I just can't. I'm sorry. And by the way, what is the big announcement with 𝗣𝗵𝗶𝗹? Can we not? He's not replacing me as your boyfriend, is he?
No. I can't.
Okay.
I have to let him do it. I don't want to take away his.
Okay, because I don't want him moving in on my my man. Just want to make sure.
He's not going to. Trust me, he's not my type anyway.
Okay, all right, good.
I'm not into bears, so I'm going to let him do it. He's going to do it this week. He should be very, very excited. What was I going to say? Yeah. So I've gotten set up. I've got my little desk. It's not, as elaborate as it was in the States, but I can stream. Hopefully if I can get better internet, I'll be able to host the show as well too. Right now I have very, very bad internet. And so I can't, I put fiber in the other apartment that my daughter's staying at, but here they don't have any fiber. So it might take 3 months for fiber to get here. But I'm adjusting very well. I've been taking care of fixing the house this last week, and I feel comfortable, and I'm ready to go.
Good.
Anyway,
I'm happy for you. Hey, speaking of fiber, I know you have important stuff to say, and we're going to get to it. But speaking of fiber, I have news. They just ran fiber in my neighborhood.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
They did. They ran fiber in my neighborhood, but I have an issue. I have an issue, and it led me to hating people even more than I already do.
that's kind of hard to believe.
It is hard to believe, okay? Because so they've been running the fiber cable in the neighborhood, right? And there was one night where it was just draped over my driveway. So they put like one section, they hung it, and it was draped over, but so that you can get the car in and out of the driveway, right? They came the next day and they finished it, all right? But they left the wire that they used to hang the cable, like shards of it in the driveway and maybe in the yard too, right? And that shit is sharp, okay? It's stiff. It could wind up in somebody's foot. It could wind up in my bike tire. It could wind up in my car tire. Don't make a fucking face. Don't laugh. Don't laugh, okay? So what I did was I was trying to be a good neighbor. All right. And I went onto the Cape Coral. Let me see if I got it here. I think I got it here. Yeah. No, this isn't it. Shit. Did I lose it? I'll find it again. I went onto the Cape Coral
neighborhood watch page.
Yeah, like the neighborhood watch. And I posted something about like, this is what happened in my driveway. And you guys I just want you to be aware. I'm going to read it to you. Hold on a second. I'm going to find it real quick. Because I had it. Here it is. Okay. Here. Oh, no, this isn't it. This is what happens when I run the show, I'm not as good as you are at it. There ain't no way. But I am going to find it real quick for you. Was this it? Here it is. Okay, look at this. Okay. Look at all that wire that I found in my driveway and my lawn, okay? And I wrote, not sure who's responsible for fiber cable installing, but please be aware, okay, that the cable is draped. I explained to them large pieces of rather stiff, sharp wire. Just want people to be aware in the event this happens in your yard and driveway and it potentially winds up in a child's foot, run over with a lawnmower causing injury or damage, or in a bike or car tire causing a flat. Very helpful neighbor, aren't I? Look at these motherfuckers.
You sound just like a Karen. I mean, you really.
That's
do.
not a Karen thing. Look, this one guy. Look at this. Look at this. So post it on Facebook, drama queen. The fuck you want us to do? Stand up and revolt with you? Okay.
He's right. I'm gonna post it the same thing. Put me in. Put me in that group.
Listen, I was very respectful to that guy, and I said no. I said I just want you to be aware in the event this causes damage or injury, right? That's all. But what I wanted to say was, hey, douche noodle, go fuck yourself. I'm trying to help you, you prick bastard. That's what I wanted to say to the guy. That's what I wanted to say. Go ahead.
When you were 12, growing up in Bumblefuck, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And when you were 12, you were playing with rusty toys in the yard.
Yeah.
You were jumping off cliffs.
Right.
You were in the car with no car seats. I mean, people need to start taking responsibility. Kids, I'm saying this with my own kids. My 19-year-old daughter, I gave her a whole apartment to stay here, and I went to the house the other day. I mean, surprisingly, it was pretty clean, to be fair. However, I noticed that the trash can from the kitchen was out in the balcony. And I said to her, why is the trash can out in the balcony? And her response to me, Phil, was, it smells. Yeah. And I said, well, once you throw the trash, why don't you wash it with bleach? And she's like, no, I figured I'd just put it out in the balcony so the house does not smell. This was her response. She's 19 years old, Phil. And I'm telling you, it's posts like yours in the Cape Coral Neighborhood Watch that has caused this kind of shit. It's not our responsibility. It is not our responsibility. Get on there, step on that fucking thing, and then you'll learn to pay attention next time if there is something left over from the Cape Coral Fiber Company that put it in. That's all I'm saying.
Now, see, I disagree with you. I think look. So I run over this shit with my tire. I get a flat. What am I gonna do?
Sue them.
I am yeah, they would be responsible.
Yeah, there you go.
So what I'm saying, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to help.
You don't have to save the entire neighborhood. You're not.
I'm trying to save everybody. I'm trying to save smokers. I'm trying to save driveway people. I'm trying to save everything.
You're not gonna save everybody, and you're gonna have douche fucks like that guy getting on your post telling you what the fuck you want to do. You want to revolt? What do you want to do? Have a whole fucking revolution? People don't fucking give a shit. Anyway, that's why it's called the DP show.
Oh my, opinions from both ends. You are listening to the DP show with Dimmy and Phil.
All right,
I could probably push that button and make it sound a lot better.
I have a question.
My, opinions from both ends. You are listening to the DP show with Dimmy and Phil.
It's us.
Go
ahead.
Any opinions for 𝗑𝗵𝗶 by Suicide Mods by Geo? No. I just saw Bogan put the video up the other day. I have no clue. I want to tell you what. Oh man, you guys are so funny. So anyway, I think it's because Phil is very tidy and facetious. I'm with you here, People Starter, says Janine.
I love you, Janine. Thank you. Thank you for being understanding and seeing the size of my heart and trying to help people in the neighborhood. Thank you,
I love
Janine.
Janine. I don't want to tear into her now, but all I'm saying is that making a post in your neighborhood watch, you just went a little bit too far. It was a little bit too much Ken and Karen-ish for me. No. Yeah, it really was. Anyway, so I have one more thing to say. A couple of weeks ago, I have not said this publicly yet, but I want to bring it up.
Wait, do I know about it?
No.
Oh boy.
A couple of weeks ago, just brief. I want to put a little context to this story. My father died when I was 2 years old. He was 39. He died from smoke, and he had 3 brothers and a sister. But the 3 brothers were just shitty. All 3 of them were shitty. They fucked my dad. He was in the United States working, sending him money. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so my mom, when my father died, my mom got into an argument over inheritance stuff with the brothers, and there was always like bad blood. So we were raised not knowing that side of the family, like my dad's side of the family, and really they're all kind of shitty. The parents, not the kids. But anyway, I have a cousin that's named 𝗵𝗵𝗏 𝗕𝗂𝗏. Same name as me.
Oh, imagine that. Imagine there's more than one Dimitri in Greece.
Yeah, because my grandfather's name was Dimitri. So the boys, their firstborn, if it was a boy, got the grandfather's name. So I got Dimitri, which was my grandfather's name. And this guy, which was my father's brother's first son, got Dimitri as well too. And he messaged me a couple weeks ago, just out of the blue on Facebook. And he's like, "Hey, cousin, how you doing?" Blah, blah. I was like, whatever. And he said, "Hey, listen, I talked to my mom about this. His mom, the worst. I talked to my mom about this, and she told me not to bother you, but I'm on myheritage.com, and this chick came up pretty high as cousins with me, and she said that her mom put her up for adoption. She was born in 1969 in North Carolina. Her mom went to a drive-in movie with a Greek guy, and and she got pregnant, and she gave the baby up for adoption because she couldn't take care of it by herself. So since she got related to me, I figured, the person that was in the States at the time was your dad, maybe blah, blah, blah. And, maybe you have a sister. So I was, honestly, Phil, I was kind of excited. To me, stuff like this is kind of exciting. I mean, if I have a sister, or if my dad was, screwing around or whatever, I would like to know. I would like to know my family history, especially if I have. And I can only imagine how this chick feels. Like this girl was, she's 50 now, and she doesn't know, who her parents were and where her heritage.
Oh, I'd like to know too, especially if she's hot. Yeah, go ahead.
So, and plus her daughter had a medical issue. So the doctors also told her, hey, we need to look at your hereditary genes, blah, 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 blah. So this is what triggered all this, and she started looking. So I said, fine, give me her name, and I'll contact her and see if we can, make this thing happen and see where it goes. So he's like, well, listen, my mom told me not to bother you with this, but I figured that you want to know. Okay. So I messaged her, and I said, listen, my name is Dimitri. My dad was in North Carolina. I read the letter because when you give a kid up to adoption, the mother at the time, keep in mind, this is 1969. Okay. So it's not as detailed.
It's a great year, by the way. I was born that year.
But then what they did is when a mom gave up the kid for adoption, they asked him some basic questions about the mom and some basic questions about the dad. And this is the history that she had. So the history that she had is like, he was a business owner, which my dad was. It was in Charlotte, which my dad was not. He was in Winston-Salem. And some other notes in there that didn't really match my dad, but the timing is good. And since she matched with the DNA with my cousin, there's a possibility, she has to match with my DNA.
Wow.
Now, my DNA is on 23andMe, okay? Her DNA is on MyHeritage. And I said, listen, I don't have MyHeritage, I have 23andMe. If you want to submit your DNA to 23andMe, then we can see, where it goes, and we'll go from there. And she said, well, you can upload your DNA to MyHeritage since your cousin is there as well too, and we'll see what happens. So that's what I did. I downloaded the raw data from 23andMe, and I uploaded it to MyHeritage. And this process takes 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
So we're all on pins and needles. So I'm messaging my sister, in North Carolina. I'm messaging my sister here. I'm trying to get a little bit of background, maybe, because I was young. My father died. If something happened, and my sister goes, I don't know. I've heard some rumors when I was young, but she was 12 when my father died too, so she doesn't really know. But we're all like, oh man, we might have like another sibling. It's exciting. So long story short, my DNA gets approved. I put it on the website. There is no match. This chick at all, like at all, which was a little bit disappointing. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? You kind of like want it to match, for everybody's peace of mind, but it didn't match at all with me. So I messaged her and I said, look, I have my DNA up on MyHeritage. I've got like 1,200 people that have popped up here, but you're nowhere there. You're not even like fifth cousin to me. So I said, that's I mean, I'm sorry. I wish I could give you some better news or help you some more. Come to it though, if she matched high with my cousin, that means that somebody from my cousin's mom's side of the family was fucking around in America in the late 60s. And that's probably why the mom was telling him not to bother me with it, because she probably knows something about it and she won't give it up. So
you know what?
That's my DNA story today.
Thank God there's not a Greek Jerry Springer show, because it would just be, it would be so out of control. Like, it really would be. It would. Oh, I'm sorry that you don't have a sister. Another sister, anyway.
I was a little bit bummed out as well too, but I mean, you've seen all this pop up, especially with the DNA in the last 20 years and stuff that's been coming out, and who knows, but I mean, it wouldn't be far fetched that my dad would be fucking around, but but apparently he didn't in this instance, so
That's good. That's good. I'm not putting my DNA anywhere near any of those sites.
You should.
No, I'm afraid that I'm going to find out that I'm part Greek and I'll never hear the end of it.
So maybe we'll come related somehow. Like,
dude, I would not. Considering that everything that we know what goes on behind the scenes with us, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if we were related.
We should put it up on 23andMe. Do it.
Hell no. Maybe. I don't know. It would make a hell of a show, wouldn't it?
It would.
It would.
All right. Just briefly, some really, really good news, which is very rare. It's very rare for our industry. We had to win in federal court. Now, keep in mind that there's been a lot of district courts that have ruled against the industry in the last 2 or 3 months. I think 4 or 5 courts, various DC court has ruled against. We had a win where the a federal appeal courts gave us the first win against the FDA. This is the first time that the FDA has lost in a decision. This is representing 6 companies: BD Vapor, Diamond Vapor, Johnny Copper, Pop Vapor Company, Union Street Brands, and Vapor Unlimited. These were kind of consolidated, so one of the attorney represents 4 companies, and then the other 2 companies are represented by a different attorney, but all of them were consolidated under this court. And there's a couple of things that you really need to take out of this this decision. The first one, of course, is that the rejection, the marketing denial order that the FDA handed these companies was considered arbitrary and capricious for failure to review their marketing plans. This is a huge one. Basically, in their review, in their marketing plans that they have submitted with their PMTA, they said, "Hey, look, we are selling, 100 ml bottle e-liquid. We're selling open vapor. We're selling big tanks. This is not the stuff that kids use. Our marketing plan does not target youth." But in their MDOs, the marketing plan was not reviewed at all by the FDA, which again opens up a huge door of, by law, the FDA has to review every single application independently. I don't care if you have 1 million applications inside. Every application needs to be reviewed independently by the FDA and the various teams that they have reviewing for the different modules of an application. And in this case, it was not done. They got rejected without reviewing the marketing plan. Number 2, the court in this case recognized the relevant distinction between the closed and the closed systems and the cartridge systems that are easy to conceal, and this is the stuff that kids are using. Versus the open tank liquids that are sold in vape shops. And since this is representing, liquid companies, this was a huge part of the decision. This is all in the decision of the opinion of the court. You're more than welcome to go up and read the entire thing. It's been posted all over the internet. Number 3, the FDA's refusal to review marketing plans was an error. And it was not harmless because the FDA said that, well, we didn't review the marketing plans, but we reviewed other stuff in the application, and that's why we denied it. But that's not what the law says. The Tobacco Control Act was written with a PMTA in it with a certain set of rules. And the rule says you need to look at the entire PMTA application. You can't just read one part and just deny it if you haven't read the entire thing or taken in consideration the entire PMTA. So the FDA's refusal to review that was not harmless, okay? And this was a huge one as well, too, because the other courts, the Fifth Circuit Court, DC Court, ruled in favor of the FDA here. They said that was harmless because the PMTAs were not, up to par anyway, so that wouldn't have made a difference. So that was huge. So a big win for the industry, in my opinion. Phil, unfortunate once again. We didn't get any publicity on this. Like there was, we should have been on CNN and Fox News and say, hey, look, the FDA lost. Unfortunately, we don't have the money to do that. And ultimately, these companies that are listed in this huge win are granted stay, meaning they can continue to sell their products. So that's a huge marketing point for these companies, and they're going to be able to continue to sell their products until they get another rejection. The bad thing is that they will get another rejection because the entire PMTA structure is not suited to approve these products. It's very, very difficult to prove your product in the form that the FDA accepts you. But that could be 3 years. It could be 2 years. It could be 5 years. Who knows?
Right.
There's been some companies that have been granted a stay that the FDA has acknowledged that it'll be like 2025 by the time they review their application again. So, yeah.
So who's received the stay? Juul's one of them, right?
Yes. Juul has received the stay, and there's a couple other companies, a couple independent companies that have filed appeals, got a stay as well too. The FDA has clearly said that they can't get to it. I mean, it's just too much. So it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see what happens in this next year.
So as of right now, there's only still 2 PMTAs that have been granted in the vapor industry, right?
I think three. Yeah.
They're all big tobacco companies.
Correct.
Right, and they're all replaceable pod type devices, correct?
All tobacco and menthol, yes.
All tobacco and menthol. So at this point, no e-liquid company, no open e-liquid has received a PMTA.
Correct. And in my opinion, there never will be.
Right, but there have been a lot of liquid companies that have been denied.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, there haven't been any hardware devices that have been approved, just hardware?
I do not know. No, I do not know of any hardware company that has been denied as of yet. And I should know if I mean, with the Chinese connections that we have. However, I do know that the FDA has really pushed those to the bottom of the pile. Like they're purposely not reviewing those at this time.
Right. So, and again, so no hardware only has been either approved or denied at this point.
Correct.
Okay.
And I think that the FDA with the hardware at some point is going to just send those back and say, they don't need a PMTA. But I mean, it's going to be irrelevant if there's not going to be any liquid to put in them. But I still don't think that a tank, an empty tank that comes from China packaged, or a device that comes from China packaged, needs to have a PMTA. I don't see it. And I think that the FDA feels the same way as well too. They just and that's why we haven't seen any MDOs on that side.
Right. Okay. And
hey, Pam, is that tattoo covering your scar on your elbow? No, my scar is here, and here. This tattoo here is my daughter's name, and this tattoo here is my daughter's name as well.
I can't believe you don't have a tattoo of my name anywhere.
Really. I'm gonna put one on my dick one of these days because it's only Phil, and I can fit that. Ask me to put your last name on it. That's
no, you could put Phil. And when it gets erect, you could say Philip, the full name.
I could say Phil B. Listen, somebody sent me a message the other day. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh boy,
it's just so bad. I don't know if I should read it to you.
Maybe you shouldn't.
This guy sends me a message on Facebook, and it's on the others, where you don't have to open it up to see it. And he's trying to promote his liquid from Australia. I'm not going to say his name. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to embarrass him or whatever.
Okay.
But this is the message. Hi, Demetrius. How are you? Hope all is well. I have been following you and Paul from the USA for a while now, since 2015.
Yeah.
And, he's got a liquid line in Australia, whatever. And he's like, whatever. We get this all the time.
Right,
But
of course.
how stupid do you have to be to say, listen, don't lie to me. Just say, hey, listen, I'm trying to sell some liquid, bro. I'm a businessman.
Well, the good news is his opening line basically proved him false already. So it's already some bullshit. Okay, go ahead, carry on.
If you've been watching
Since
me,
2015,
since his name is not Paul. It's
you'd
Phil.
probably figure it out by then, 2015. Unless he only caught a couple episodes of something. Who knows? Go ahead.
And I've got a liquid line. I want to send you some samples. Blah blah blah. Listen. If you want to do business with me, just tell me. Hey, listen. I'm a businessman. I want to make money as well too. Send me your shit. Let's do it. Let's do business. But you try to suck up to me. At least get fucking Phil's name right.
At least.
Paul. At least get his name right.
I mean, you got to I'm pretty special to Dimitri. So if you're gonna push some liquid on him, get my name right. I mean, like even if it was the best liquid in the world, I'm assuming that if you got my name wrong, Dimitri's gonna be like, no, that's disrespecting Paul.
Buddy, I'm telling you, if I was in the mood to reply to him, I would make him feel like the guy we saw in whatever, you know what I'm talking about, the Canadian guy. I was like, I didn't even acknowledge that I read it. By the way, when erect, the tattoo would show the #1 best-selling eater.
That's a lot. I mean, that I don't know about that.
No, that would need one of those pull-out papers like they have on medicine bottles.
Did they just say the #1 best-selling flavor in the unsalted line? Yes. Thank you, because I've been waiting to do another shot. I appreciate that.
I drank the whole fucking glass of scotch.
And at least, okay. I would at least understand if they said you and Pete.
Yes. That's even worse. Paul is the worst.
It's even worse than Pete. It is unbelievable.
It was just so bad. Anyway, I want to congratulate the USVA, and I want to congratulate all the attorneys that were involved in this win in the 11th Circuit Court. This was a big thing. I'm very, very proud of everybody that participated in that, and keep fighting. It's not over yet. However, things might be grim, but it's always good to have some good news. It really is.
It is, because God knows we don't get very much of it here in the States.
Yes.
It feels like it's over. It feels like all of those times that we had, all of those events that we went to here in the States, the excitement of vaping, the conversions. I don't know. Maybe I'm not looking at it from the right standpoint. Maybe I'm not seeing the proliferation of the disposables, but it just doesn't feel the way it did.
It's not the same way. It definitely is not what it used to be, Phil. But I guess you either go with a flow, right. Go with what, or you just get left behind. It was funny because I was hanging out with a big time reviewer a few months ago that said, "Oh man, these disposables are everywhere." Now they're launching a disposable. And listen, I get it, bro. Listen, I get it. I really do. But so you either get with the program or you're left behind.
Listen, I dislike disposables, okay? But I would be willing to back and put my name on a disposable, but it would have to be the right kind. And I know, like, you're dead set against this because you say that it won't sell, and I agree with you. Like, I agree with you that it wouldn't be as popular as what we see out there today.
It wouldn't be popular at all.
At all. Okay, you say it at all. My problem with disposables, here's my problem. I cannot go to the store and pick up a disposable that I can use. And why is that? All right. It's because they're all Nic salt. I don't like Nic salt. They're all a very high nicotine strength, 50 milligrams in the US, and they're all ice flavors. They simply, even in a pinch, right, where I forgot all my vape products and I need to go get something, there's nothing that I can use, right? And if you look at the way disposables are, the way they're designed, the experience that you get from them, I still feel that they're leaving a segment of the market out. Right? There's got to be a reason why there are still people that vape 12 milligram freebase, not iced flavors. Because, we always talk about how vaping follows trends, right? And now we see this trend with disposables, all nic salt, all ice flavors, right? Well, but again, what didn't trend, what didn't change is smoking. Smoking is still the same as it was years and years and years ago. So we see these disposables following a trend. We see the disposables being high nicotine, being nic salt, being ice flavors, but there's got to be a percentage of people out there that aren't going to enjoy the experience, or the experience isn't going to be one that's going to allow them to convert from a traditional tobacco cigarette to a vape. So look, even if it's 0.1%, I still feel that there's a market for that out there. That's what I feel. Go ahead.
Oh my, opinions from both ends. You are listening to the DP Show with Dimmy and Phil.
So the disposable is an initiation product. Period.
That's my other huge problem.
And listen, but at the end of the day, I had this debate the other day because we talked about the kids vaping and stuff like that. If vaping and disposables was not around, kids would experiment with cigarettes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm against kids vaping 100%. But if the kids are going to experiment, I'd rather they experiment with a vapor product than with a combustible product 100%. The disposable is the new cigarette. Period. Accept it. That's just, that's just the way it is. And that's coming from somebody that sells disposables. I have my own brand.
I know.
Right? So I do not like it from the sense of that I know that the way that we vape is 100 times better. It's more enjoyable. It's more eco-friendly. It's more satisfying because we're ex-smokers and we use this product to stay off cigarettes. However, the market demand for those products is not our crowd. It's not. And the people that use 12 milligram freebase are the people that know that they're not going to use disposables. Period. Because I think that even if a 12 milligram disposable existed that vaped well, I don't think that people would buy it because it would be generally people like me, Marshall, Greg, you that already vape on these open tank systems, and we enjoy them so much that maybe once in a blue moon you'd pick up a disposable or whatever if you wanted to go out to to church or whatever, somewhere discreet to use it. But it wouldn't be a product that you would use on a daily basis. So
but again, and that's my argument. My argument is it's not a large segment of the marketplace, but I still say that there's a place for it. It's a small place, but you even say, okay, who comes to your shop to buy the disposable? And what you see is a lot of people who are traveling, right? Who just need something to go to the bar or
Sure.
I can't do that. There's not a disposable that I can buy and be satisfied.
Right.
But if there was,
you're not the target audience, and you're not in the segment of the multi-billion-dollar disposable industry that exists right now. You would not even register on the chart, and your type of vapor would not register on the chart versus the popularity of what disposable.
Right. Well, see, I don't want to make.
Prime example is my tobacco. I put my tobacco disposable against any tobacco in the world.
It's good. I can vouch for you.
It's one of the best. If you want to quit smoking, you pick this thing up. You're gonna quit smoking. I can't sell it, and that's. I have the real data of what's selling. So I can tell you that as much as it's a great idea, for our way, maybe old timing way of thinking at this point, that's just not the case. The disposable is the new cigarette. It's an initiation product. It's a youth product. It's people that are younger that use it. It's a product that came into the United States because the disposable flavor pods were banned under the Trump administration, by the way, as I have to keep mentioning that because, you know how this vaping thing is so divided right now based on the political stuff. But the flavor pod ban by the FDA opened up the door for the disposable vape. And this is why we're having such a tremendous demand for them. And yeah, look, when the Brits come on, we're going to debate this a lot too, because, they have their opinions on the disposables as well too. All I'm saying is that what I am tired of is the irony. Don't fuck around and tell me one thing out of one side of your mouth, and then you do something else on the other side of your mouth. If you want to sell disposables to make a killing, like I'm selling disposables because it makes me money. I am flat out telling you there's a demand. I try to do it the right way. I have recycling stations in my shops. I try to keep my marketing very clean. I try to keep my flavors very clean. I try to do it. My products are registered in Greece with the Department of Health. They're registered with the Department of Poison, in case somebody gets poisoned, blah, 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 blah. I've done everything 100% right, but at the end of the day, it's a cash cow for me. And I'll be the first one to tell you, I just don't like the irony of people saying, fuck disposables, and then you get paid $500 to do a disposable review. You know what I'm saying? Just don't do that. That is what really, really pisses me off, and I'm going to call you out on it every time.
Or fuck disposables, and then they have their own in a month after that, right?
Yes,
but
and changing the game, by the way, changing the game in disposable.
It's a game-changing disposable. I don't know what that could be. It's amazing. But this is just
the factory where it's coming from. I know exactly. It's just the same as everything else.
Of course it is. And this is just me being me, Dimitri. And I hope you can. I know you can appreciate it. And I hope that like people who are watching the show can appreciate it. Where you say it's a cash cow, and I agree, and I hope you make millions of dollars with your disposable, right?
I hope so.
But for me, if I could make $100 a month with my disposable and know that my disposable is still geared to the smoker that wants to quit, not the initiation product, not the younger generation who are all vaping 50 milligram Nic salt and these incredibly ice flavors that are so icy you can't even taste the fucking flavor, right? If my product can be geared towards that and make me $20 a month, okay, I would be happy with that. And that has been my downfall from day one. That has been why I am not driving a Lamborghini right now from day one, because this is the person who I am. This is how I am, right? I got involved in this industry because I saw the potential that this has to get people off of cigarettes, to get mature adults off of cigarettes. My interest doesn't lie in the next generation. My interest doesn't lie in initiation. My interest, it's. My father had a heart attack when he was 36 years old. What if he had been vaping? Maybe he wouldn't have had the heart attack, right? I got off of smoking so long ago, and I truly believe that I am alive today because I found the technology. And until there are no adult smokers left, I feel like my job isn't done. That's just how I feel. Sorry.
Yeah, listen, I agree with you. I'm with you. You know that since day one, I've been with you as well too. But that's just the reality of where we are now, and we cannot deny it. I'm just tired of the fakers, and I'm tired of the denial of it. This is where we are right now. Peggy says an easy starter kit can be cheaper than disposable, but it's too difficult for many consumers. And she's right. Listen, this is why I cannot stop the clips. I cannot stop selling it. I mean, kids that are vaping disposables are switching to it. Women, that come into the store that want something simple, easy, no screens, no buttons, no nothing. They fill up the pod, they get rid of it. The clips is selling very, very, very well. There's options out there. Geek Vapes put out some stuff. Phil has it, and everybody's doing the same thing now because they see that the appeal is there. Most of the stuff that we sell in our stores right now, Phil, in Greece, I will say 70% of the stuff that we sell is pod systems and smaller devices, pod systems, and easy to use stuff. That's what people want.
Yeah, no, look, hey, nobody agrees with you more than that. And like to what Peggy just said, right? And I said this about this product, right? The GoZ. This is such an awesome product to get somebody from a pod into something with a little bit more capacity battery-wise and liquid-wise. The problem with this is the interface. The interface is wrong for the device, right? This needs to be, what was our device with the four levels? The Adept, right? That's what this should be.
Yeah.
Inikin has me and you. They have us, right? I think we have a pretty good grasp on design, on interface, on user experience. They need to tap that, and they need to think outside the box a little bit and put pod simplicity in devices like this. Because I'm telling you, and I've said it before, the days of wattage, of resistances, of Ohm's law, those days are over. There's a few of us left that are still vaping that way, but those days are over. And if you want to get people into something like this from a pod, you need to rethink your user interface, period. I will stick by that all day long.
Thankfully, temperature control is done. Thank God.
Oh, come on now.
But there's one thing though, Phil, that again we're missing out is the convenience. It is so easy. It is so easy to buy a disposable.
Yeah.
Take it out of the wrapper.
Yeah.
Put it in your mouth and start enjoying a vape. Period. There's no other product that you can do that with, and we have to acknowledge that no matter what you are doing, you're not smoking. And somehow with the kids and the flavors and all, we've kind of forgotten about that message, is that as long as you're not smoking, you're doing it okay. You're doing it the right way.
Absolutely.
So the convenience that disposable brings to the table is it's unmatched by any open device. Now, people are lazy. Yes, people are lazy. I mean, I cannot believe we live in an era. It is 2022 now. I don't even know what year it is now. Phil, I get on TikTok.
You do? What the hell's wrong with you?
Don't ask me why I get on TikTok.
Yeah, really. I'm not going to ask that.
When I'm on the shitter, I can literally sit there for 2 hours and I'm like, how are what are these people doing? Like, this is the age, this is the era that we live on. So I can see how a product like a disposable is so attractive. It is just for the laziness that this planet has become, and especially the new generation. I get it. I understand. I fully grasp the popularity of the disposable. They did not have to work like we did to improve our vape. They didn't have to go through the tedious tasks of wrapping coils, using foam, using tea bags, trying to improve our vape. They literally open, boom, they get 20, or in the US, 50 or 60 milligram nicotine in their body within a few seconds, and they don't have to do anything. Do I agree with it, that laziness? No, but, like Chris Rock said, I get it. I understand.
And then, so I agree with you. I totally agree. There's nothing easier than a disposable. You're absolutely right. So from a cost perspective, we'll say a cost perspective and an environment perspective, how do we get people to think outside the disposable? Here's my idea, my opinion, right? We make this like a disposable. So what makes a disposable appealing is you buy the box, you crack it open, you use it. All right. So what if we could make it, let's say we can get the price down to a point where we can make this like that. Okay. It's pre-filled. It's charged. It's all ready to go. You get it. You open it up and you use it. But let's say it comes with, it comes with a bottle of liquid now too. Right. Oh, well, I can fill it. All right. Well, let me try that. So I think if you're going to get people to open their minds a little bit from beyond the disposable, I think you need to present something like this in a way that it looks like a disposable. Something like that. Anyway, yeah, I'm just thinking.
It's hard. Like Pam just said, I have a group of friends that will not use anything but disposable. I have given them every refillable pod and device imaginable. As soon as they have to fill it, they're done. They're right back to the disposable. So, I mean, this is the reality that we live in. The only an older crowd customers that I have in Greece, my staff is trained to give them one thing to help them switch, and that is price per ml of liquid. Because once you break it down to here in Greece, we only have 2 ml pods. That's it, 2 ml disposables. Well, legally, there's a lot of people here in Greece selling illegal, but the legal ones are 2 ml. So the average price of a disposable is $8, right? So you're literally paying $4 for 1 ml of liquid.
It's insane.
Right? So once you break it down and tell them, hey, look, you get 60 mLs of liquid for $15, or 60 for $15, or you get 2 mLs for $8. You know, that is an eye-opener to older clients that understand math without having to use their iPhone or Alexa or Google or whatever.
So that goes back to your argument of educated employees.
Sure.
That can help.
Sure. In those cases, I've seen it be productive, and I've seen some people change. But at the end of the day, the convenience, you cannot beat even I am flabbergasted sometimes by, like, wow, you just open up this thing and just put it and you just puff it. And moreover, I am shocked that there is a country like China being able to produce this product for that price. Because, anywhere in the world, if you were going to produce a disposable vape, the cost would be astronomical. If you take into EPAs and FCCs and environmental hazards and blah, 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 everything. How is China able to produce these products so cheap that you're able to put it out there literally for some countries for the price of a pack of cigarettes?
Well,
is mind-blowing.
There's shit that I order from China that I don't understand how they can ship it for the price that I pay, let alone actually produce it. Yeah, so I mean, I get that too.
And I saw a comment in the chat about the liquid. Do you know what liquid is? Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a crap what the liquid is. You can have Chinese ducks pissing in this liquid. Nobody cares. I have never had a customer tell me, what is the VG-PG ratio? What is the flavoring being used? I can't pick out the gourmet notes of, the mango with the lychee. And nobody cares.
Price and puffs.
It delivers what the people want, and that's nicotine.
Price and puffs.
Yes. That's what it boils down.
Price and puffs. That's it.
Boy, I didn't think we were going to get into disposable discussion now, but there's a lot of stuff out there, including look at this. The Scepter One. The Scepter One, I think that everybody can agree was a really good-looking device, but it had a lot of issues. Right? Can we all agree with that? Here in Greece, Nobako, which is one of the stores that carried the Scepter, really loved it. Like, a lot of the customers gravitated to the weight, to the look of it, but it had a lot of issues. Anakin went to the board and redesigned and came up with the Scepter 2, which I have been using religiously since I got the final packaging. And we are able to we can't show you our product yet, but we can show you the Scepter 2 and get a little video here queued up by Phil introducing the new Scepter 2.
Oh wait, I should have showed that last part. That last part was good. You know what? That thing was so damn short. Let's play it again. Fit for a monarch. I like that Inikin outro right there. Let me see if I can go to a couple scenes like right there. Okay, so that's actually an important scene, right?
Yes, very important.
Because, and I think, I will say this, I think this is the biggest mistake that they made with the Scepter 2, or with the Scepter, with the original Scepter. When they released it, okay, they released it, and for a lot of people it was too airy, right? And there was no airflow controller on it, right? Or nope. Right? And then they released, after they released the mouth to lung version of the pod.
Yes.
Right? Which in my opinion, just a huge mistake, right? So with the Scepter 2, you're seeing that on the side of it. That's the airflow controller. Okay? Yeah. It is not the fill port, which Dimitri tried to use that at a show as a fill port. It didn't, and then I swear to God, he's filling it with that, and he's like, "This thing sucks. It's leaking all over the place. I can't believe that."
It was bad.
But no,
there's two main things about the Scepter 2.
Yeah.
Well, number one, it's compatible with the Scepter 1 coils. Not the tank, but the coils are compatible, which is good news, because I have quite a few of them as well too. The system on the bottom has been changed now. It's a push, so you take the Scepter coil and you push it up instead of having to use a little door to open and put the coil inside, which was a pain in the ass, and it caused a lot of leaking into the device, which, you know, the automatic airflow killed it. And of course, the airflow setting on the side, the button now has been moved to the front instead of it being on the side where it was here. You have a couple of LEDs there in the front showing you the battery and the power setting that you're in. And the vape quality is fantastic, especially with a 0.6 ohm coil. I'm using 20 milligram nicotine with a 0.6 ohm coil, and I'm really enjoying the vape. So Scepter 2 coming, some really nice colors. Again, another arsenal, in my opinion, because, you know, 70% of the stuff that I sell in my stores is Inikin. Another great addition for a little bit of a higher end pod. People that want to spend a little bit more money for something a little bit more substantial, a little bit more sexy. But, you know, I'm happy with it. I don't have any complaints about it. It has not leaked, not once. I've used this since I've been here in Greece, which has been a little bit over a week. Of course, it's in my rotation of 4 or 5 devices that I'm using. But this and the clips is what I take when I go out, especially if I'm going to go out for a drink or for, you know, a dinner or something like that. And I'm very happy that it has not leaked. The automatic draw has been working fantastic on it. And, you know, overall, I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I think the Scepter 1 knocked it out of the park as far as design, like just like the quality feel of it, the frame on it, like everything about it was like a high-end pod. It looked like nothing else out there, and I think the Scepter 2 is the same way. So if we go back to this video, there's a couple things. Number one, you have the airflow controller there on the side. Like Dimitri said, the pods aren't compatible, but the coils are. It's a press fit coil now, much easier than that little door that you had to open. If we go a little bit further, we could see that it's not a micro USB anymore. Now it's going to be USB-C, which again, like when they launched the original Scepter, I'm like, oh my God, why doesn't it have a USB-C, right? I thought that was a mistake too. So it's nice now that we do have the USB-C, and then we kind of get a little glimpse of the colors right here. And, you know, they might launch some new ones, but you can see it looks like a gunmetal or red, a lovely Dimitri pink, a black, purple. A lot of people requesting purple. Looks like a green.
We have a couple of purples coming in the fall. Yeah.
Yes. So you can see that there. And the button now. That side button was horrible, and now we have the button on the front of the device as opposed to the side of the device.
Which, by the way, we had told Inikin at the beginning of the Scepter 1 that we prefer the button on the side of the device.
Yeah, the front.
The Scepter 2 have the same quality, feel, and heft as Ian Thomas. Yes, 100%. It
absolutely
weighs exactly the same. It feels the same. And I'm telling you, man, it's just a good-looking pod. Everywhere I take it here in Greece, everybody asks me about it. That's how you know you have a really good product. The Z Coil line must be 5 years old this year. No, the Z Coil line is 6. Our babies are 6. Can you believe that we're selling Z Coil 6 years later?
I think that's terrific. As a matter of fact, I was working with Florian this morning on that poster that they released. Do I have that handy? Maybe I could find it. Because there was an issue with the poster, so we got that fixed. But the graphic basically shows the Z Coil and all of the tanks that support the Z Coil and all of the devices that either support the Z Coil directly, like the Chroma Z, or came with a tank that supported the Z Coil. And there's something new. We can't show it all the way, but I mean, you've definitely seen the box, right? So this is the box for the new Slide Top that is going to release end of September.
Yes.
We have an exact date.
Yes.
We have an exact...
Yes.
Huh?
We do.
We do. But anyway, there is the box. And I have another box that I can show you. There's the kit now. So
Yes.
finally,
So sexy,
we
man.
have the final packaging for both the, and we've explained this before during the show or on the show. The Slide Top has been ready for a long time. It's been ready for months, but Anakin decided to hold the release of this until this was ready. Okay, so the Slide Top is going to come on its own, just like you see right there, and is also part of the Z60 kit. Z60, very attractive looking device. I know Dimitri's been using a prototype of it. Right,
Man, I love it. I have 2 of them right here in front of me. I looked at the new colors, including a purple, which looks fantastic. Let me tell you something, ladies, you're gonna love this. But I have one with my my Aries on top, and I got one with the Slide Top on top that I have been using. And starter kit of the year, in my opinion, starter kit of the year. Menu very, very simple. Same board as the Cool Fire as far as the look is concerned. On-off switch on the Z60, which is something that a lot of people like and appreciate. And just the overall feel of it is just, I mean, it's just a great, great device. I'm really, really happy with the way that it turned out. Unfortunately, until they tell us, okay, we can't, we'll do it on one of these shows upcoming, but we hope you enjoy it as much as we do.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, tomorrow, guys, I start working. I already shot an intro. We talked about this too. I already shot an intro video that was going to go public on YouTube, and they said hold the intro video because they wanted to wait for the release for the kit as well. So I actually have to go in. I have to take that intro video and edit it because I want to add the kit. Right, so the intro video doesn't currently show the kit; it just shows the tank on its own. So that's my plan for the rest of this week. I also have to shoot the tutorial videos. You know how with our platform products, there's a QR code inside. You scan the QR code; it takes you to tutorial videos of the device or the tank. So I got to do the tutorial videos for both the tank and the kit. So again, that's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the week so that those are ready to go for the official launch. And then we're going to be able to start to show you more, and you'll see more teasing videos from Anakin. I wish that I could open up this box for you right now, but I don't want to make the big boys at Anakin angry at us. That's the last thing we want to do. So just know that it's ready to go at this point. We're excited about it. Don't forget that both the kit and the tank are going to come with the new Z Coil, right? So the 0.8 ohm.
I was going to say we need to talk about the 0.6.
Yeah. So our 0.8 coil has been the most popular one in the lineup, and I think there's too many of them at this point. I'd like to pare some of them down, but the 0.8 is still going to be available. It's not going to come in the kit though. In the kit, you're going to have 2 coils. One is going to be for your restricted direct lung, and the other one is going to be for your mouth to lung. And the mouth to lung coil is going to be the new 0.6 ohm, which is going to be the duo coil technology. Again, we've talked about it many times on the show. There's a coil on the inside, a mesh coil, right? A mesh coil on the inside and a mesh coil on the outside. The outside coil just heats up. It increases the capillary action or the suction power of the filler material, the cotton, right? And it's going to pull the e-liquid in better. And it's going to direct that e-liquid to the center coil, which is actually going to vaporize the liquid, right? So what we're trying to do there is increase the coil life. We're trying to increase the flavor. We're trying to increase the what's the word that I'm looking for? The wetness of the
Capillary
vape.
action.
The what's that?
Capillary action.
Yeah, the capillary action, but also it improves the flavor by increasing the wetness of the saturation. That was the word I was looking for. I always like to use the term fully saturated. You're going to get a fully saturated vape from this new coil. As a matter of fact, I have that coil in this prototype right here, and it's been going for like a long time now, which is good.
I saw a comment. I might have to get this for my dad. He quit vaping and is back to smoking. Phil, I sent you a link. Can you bring it up on your Facebook? The Caliburns KA from Geek Vape, even Disposables have failed. I tell you what happened the other day, a couple weeks ago. Can you open up that link if you don't mind?
I'm doing it right now. I'm just trying to get there.
This is a friend of mine, Damien, on Twitter. He's a big advocate, and he messaged me. He's like, I have a mother, and her setup died, and I want to, what do you say? I know you and Phil do stuff like this. And I said, you need to get her the Adept kit. And here she is. This is the face of vaping, my friends.
Love it.
He got her the Adept. He got her in that ocean blue color with his light tank. And she absolutely loves it. And I'm so happy for her. So for your dad, the Adept is just a great starter kit. No screens, no numbers. You put the tank on there, it reads automatically the resistance. You can get a little bit cooler, a little bit hotter, and that's it. You just press the button and you vape. 3,000 mAh battery, IP67 rated for water. Me and Phil actually used it in the ocean.
we do
scuba diving, and we used it in there. So look into the Adept kit, and it's pretty inexpensive now since it's a little bit outdated, but it's a great kit. And obviously you can see here Damien's mother is very, very happy with that. So maybe that would help your dad.
I love it. We need an updated Adept. At least, something that's going to automatically read, and it's going to be tough now because a lot of the Z coils are very, very close, but something that can automatically read the Z coils, self-adjust, and then you just have a high, medium, and low setting. I think that would be...
Maybe we need to make some new coils. Does the Scepter make the buzzing noise while vaping? No. I figured that out as well, too. I'm going to put it right next to the microphone. I'm going to turn the volume up. Just a little bit of a nice crackling. I love crackling. I
love the crackle.
So it does not. It does not. I don't know if that had to do with the micro USB port that they had decided to run with on the other one.
Well, if they okay, so let's explain it to you. If they buzz, right? If they buzz, they're probably using pulse width modulation, and that's probably a carryover from the technology that they have in the 217, right? Which they're using to increase battery life, to increase coil life, right? So I know that buzzing is annoying, but it could be your friend too.
Yeah, I get it. Z Coil 1.2, what cotton do they use? It's a combination of cotton and wood pulp on the 1.2. Wood pulp and cotton. So our Paul asked a question. So are rebuildables pretty much the past? I can't find a vape store that carries them anymore. What are your thoughts on the future of them making a comeback? Paul, you're not going to find them in vape stores for sure. It's going to be a niche. It's going to be a small community that still uses rebuildables. You're going to have to go online and find them. My straight answer to you is they're a thing of the past. As far as mainstream is concerned, you're not going to go into vape stores like you used to and see, 50 different times a rebuild. You might see one or two here or there. Probably won't be what you're looking for. So yeah, my quick answer to you is they are. Me personally, when I want to really test out liquids, we have a new unsalted line that's coming up now. If I'm going to try the samples that the mixologist is going to send me, I am going to build an Aries. I'm going to build an Aries because this gives me the absolute best flavor, and I can really pick out the notes that I'm trying to find in order to put the description of what liquid we're going to put out. But the majority of people, unfortunately, and the fact that technology has come along such a long way in replaceable coils in the market today, and I'm not just talking about the Z coils, there's a lot of coils on the market right now that are performing very good, have driven a lot of that rebuildable business, unfortunately, away. It's not going to die completely. It's going to be there, but it's going to be like people like Phil that would go onto a specialized forum for automatic Google ordered blinds for his house. It's a very small niche, but there's people out there that do it because they want to automate everything. By the way, I have automatic blinds here at this apartment.
Get out.
So, well, they have a button.
Yeah.
But I need to find how I'm going to change that button to put something where I can say, hey, Google, close my window. All three of them are automatic.
Don't. You just woke Google up. Don't say that.
Right. So you're going to have to help me when you get here.
I would love to.
Mike woke up too.
Yeah, like Dimitri said, the early days of rebuilding, the reason why people rebuilt was flavor. In my opinion, it was flavor, right? It was to get the most flavor out of your device. That's how you got the most flavor. Nowadays, the coils are so good that you're not necessarily getting that much flavor improvement from a disposable or from a rebuildable. The one thing that you will always get from a rebuildable, okay, until the end of time, is cost effectiveness in a coil, right? It's always going to be less expensive to build your own coil than it is going to be to buy a coil. But, look, I used to build all the time. That's all I used was, a rebuildable or cardo tanks back in the day. But I find myself as I progress in life that I just don't want to be bothered with it anymore. Occasionally I'll put a build together, but like now it's just, I would just rather change the Z coil, and that makes me happy.
Yeah. Country Boy, I have never seen an Inikin product in a vape shop. I have to order from China. It's unfortunate that North America has pretty much given up, which answers Janine's question as well too. If this is going to be available in Canada for the Scepter 2, I doubt it. I mean, North America is just dead. There's just no demand for the products, which is sad. But I think that Inikin has acknowledged it as well too. I mean, it's sad. That's all I can tell you. There's a few vape shops, quite a few vape shops in the U.S. that carry our products, but unfortunately, probably not in your area. But we have New York, we have Florida, we have Tennessee, we have quite a few states that still buy Inikin products. But the truth is that it's just not there. I mean, we sell millions of coils in Europe right now, and just North America is just not there.
Yeah. Yeah,
and I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I'm sorry, but
to answer Janine's question,
maybe Phil would not drive a Jeep Cherokee. He would drive a Lambo if North America would buy more coils. But
maybe, yeah, everybody should support my Lambo and ask your local vape shop to carry Inikin product, especially platform. But to answer Janine's other question, yes, buzzing is your friend. Keep it close to your heart or other parts of your body.
Easy.
Well, hey, she
what's the matter with you?
She put the lure out there. She's the one.
She did.
I think I need to say watermelon peach, the #1 best-selling flavor in the unsalted line, because I wanted to do another shot.
I got up and refilled my glass, but I didn't have a chance to get ice, so I'm just drinking it straight up.
Really?
I'm drinking it neat.
But how have you been doing with your drinking problem?
Well, I've been doing okay so far. I don't know what you want to tell you. I mean,
the other question that I had for you, D, I know you were having a lot of problems with vaping the last time we spoke. How has your mouth to lung vaping been? Have you found a flavor that you enjoy? No.
No. I have 5 different flavors. I have 1 direct lung, and I have 4 mouth to lung vaping setups right now. Okay, so I have in this Z Force.
Yes.
With the Chroma 217, I have this from Jam Monster, which is my absolute favorite. It is mandarin, orange, guava, something, blah, blah, blah. It's really, really good. I love it. And I put WS23 more into it. It's iced.
I can't imagine you doing something like that. Yeah.
I'm making that. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Mouth to lung. In the clips, I have pineapple mango ice. Fantastic. Just great. I can't do it like all day. I can't. So I have that going here. in the
But can I ask you why? Can I ask you why you can't?
Because it's not satisfying me. I can't not do it all day. Like, I had Sublime from Nicquid, and man, I love those guys, but they really fucked me over. It's another one that fucked me over. After everything that we've done for them, but Sublime was my cigarette, and they discontinued it. They made it for me for a little bit. Then they said they're going to give me the recipe, and of course they ignored me. Like, they don't give a shit if I go back to cigarettes. Like, this is the kind of people we're talking about.
Unbelievable.
That's flavors now, by the way.
Do you want me to say something?
No.
Okay.
You stay neutral, like Switzerland. Let me be the bad guy.
Okay.
Anyway, so I have in the Aries, I have a liquid that Jennifer made me before I left for Greece, and I'm vaping that. It's okay. It's all right. I mean, I can't do it all day. And in the Scepter, I have the 20 milligram hybrid nicotine from Canada, the Icebreakers. I'm vaping that here. And then in the Slide Top Z60 kit, I have the newly released today Gravelberry Ice from Dash Vapes. So I can do a little bit of everything like that, and it'll get me by, but I'm not 100% satisfied with my mouth-blowing vaping. To answer your question, I'm not.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I know.
When you say that, like, you can't be happy when you. What if, like, every time you vaped it, I was there to give you a hug? Would that help?
No. But I mean, it would be nice to have you, but it wouldn't help my vaping. I'm
sorry, I had to move my camera because the sun at this time is coming down and is shining into the office. So, like, I had to rearrange some stuff here on the fly. Wow. But we're good. We're good now. Everything's good.
John Q says you don't need a Lambo. You have the pimp cart. He really does.
I really do.
He's blessed. Ain't no lie there. We're both blessed. We're very blessed.
I ordered a new toy for myself too. I think it's here.
Carolyn says, I'd love to try your number one unsalted flavor, Phil, but I've been unsuccessful in getting some. Why?
We can help you.
Why?
We can help you.
Show them where they can get it. Show them where they can get it, Phil.
Peggy can help you. We just showed you a little. Well, I don't think I do have it up still. Look at that. Not only can you order it from here, but you get to look at our handsome faces too. Look at that. And if you want, see, like, I can't necessarily share a link here, like, but if you go to tasteyourjuice.com, the link, how to get these flavors, how to get the discount, everything will be on tasteyourjuice.com just for you. So, yes, Peggy has definitely been helping us out, helping out smokers, and you can get it from her. We need
1,000 Peggies in America.
We need 1,000 Peggies. You know what? I had a video chat with Peggy today. Peggy,
were you dressed?
From the shirt up, there was some like she didn't see what was going on down there.
Okay.
I might have touched myself a couple of times.
Thank God for her.
Yeah. Well, come on, it's not that bad. All right, it is that bad.
I've seen it.
No, the room was very cold. Don't make me go through that again, please. But yeah, Peggy can help you out. If anybody needs to know how to get in the United States, how to get unsalted, please let us.
She says Carolyn does not. They said they won't mail to her. Why?
They what? I've tried Peggy's and they listen.
Yes.
I'll put you in direct. Look, Carolyn, I'll put you in direct contact with Peggy, and Peggy will take care of you. Trust me.
Phil Dimitri, I've bought pod devices. I'm an old school vapor, but eventually you can't buy quotes for them anymore as they discontinue the product, and you have to keep buying devices. What did I say, Paul, Phil? Remember a couple years ago I brought this up?
Motherfucker, did you just call me Paul by accident?
I did. I was looking at Paul because it's Paul Bua music.
I know. I get it.
But remember when I brought this topic up a couple of years ago, and I kept saying about, okay, all these at the mecca, the height of all these pods coming out, and everybody was bringing out the newest and the greatest. I kept saying this. I was like, don't bring shit in to your stores that's not going to have coils. It's going to piss off customers afterwards. I said it a couple of years ago, Paul, and I completely agree with you. There's nothing more aggravating. I can see it from a new vapor perspective when you go to a store and you buy a pod and then 3 months later you don't have the replacements for it.
You keep talking. I'm going to pull a graphic. You keep talking for a minute.
Yeah. So I would suggest for you to stick with companies. I will bring you a perfect example. Caliburn, you're always going to be able to get it. Aspire Nautilus, you're always going to be able to get it. Zenith Z coils, you're always going to be able to get it. A lot of the stuff that Innokin makes, you're always going to be able to get replacements for it. Try to stick with companies. And I'm not just saying it for us. I'm saying it for, I brought you more examples to know that. Do a little bit of research and see the stuff that's been on the market for a while that we feel is not going to go anywhere before you go dump money on the next, Tom Diggity, whatever company that comes out and puts a pot out there and people are trying just to make a quick buck on it. But it's aggravating. I can see how it's aggravating for you, and I hope you look into the stuff that I suggested for you to find it. Brad, I have a dead rabbit R that stopped selling the mesh sets 2 months after I bought it. It's now a paperweight. Welcome to vaping, buddy. Welcome to vaping.
That's what Dimitri just said is really, really important, right? I still get a lot of requests to do reviews, and a lot of the requests are from companies that I've never heard of before, right? So imagine somebody getting in, like they see something from a review, or they order this thing online, and it's like from a no-name company. Who knows how long that coil is going to be around? Who knows how long that pod is going to be around? And that's really frustrating. That could drive somebody back to smoking. So I do recommend buying from larger companies, even if they're not Innokin, right? Like Dimitri said, Aspire, 𝗬𝗏, their pods are very, very popular now, so they're going to be around for a while. But look at this graphic right here, right? We'll toot our own horn for a little while. The Z coil has been around for a long time. It goes back to the Zenith tank, the Zlide tank, the Zenith Pro, the Zenith 2, the D22, which is basically a Zenith, but it's a narrow version, the new GoZ, which comes, or the GoZ Plus, which comes with the GoZ. So these are all the tanks that are compatible with the Z coil. These are all the devices that either have used the Z coil internally, like the Chroma Z, or came with a Z coil tank, and there's more coming. So Z coils aren't going to go away. It's a safe bet. Let me put it to you that way, right? If you don't want to, if you want to look beyond a small pod system, and believe me, we're trying to get Innokin to put a Z coil in as small a device as possible. The Z coil is a safe bet. It's not going anywhere, right? That coil is going to be around for years to come. So that's definitely.
And there's other companies that do that as well too.
Sure there are. Like you said, like Aspire, like Geek Vape, like 𝗬𝗏.
At the end of the day, I think that if you're watching this show, I'd like to think that you trust in what me and Phil try to relay, and it's not all about us trying to promote ourselves. We're trying to keep you off cigarettes. I hate when people are taken advantage of. I hate it. Trust me, in this industry, it happens a lot. There's a lot of shysters out there, from China all the way to every corner of the world. I hate when people go and invest their hard-earned money just to be shafted a couple months later. So if I could give any advice today, would be do a little bit of research. Do a little bit of research before you go buy something, and make sure that you're going to be able to find replacements for it. B, it gives you a satisfying vape. It keeps you off cigarettes. C, nicotine delivery is extremely important. It's something that we don't talk, no reviewer talks about it, but we don't even talk enough about it, because nicotine delivery is ultimately what is keeping us off cigarettes. Okay. So all those, do a little bit of research on some of these things, and try to find something that is going to be around for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not always about the best and the newest. You have to keep that in mind too. I know that people still want like the latest thing that came out and the best. They think that the latest is the best. So here's my Chroma Z, right? And I'm actually using it with the 510 adapter, and I've got this is an original Zenith. It's in white. The paint is finally starting to chip on it. I mean, I call this my Stormtrooper because I it's the white and black look. And this has been the one that I go to grab all the time, whether it's because of the form factor, the fire button, I just squeeze it, the ease of use of filling this, the ease of coil changing. It's what makes my life a little bit easier, right? And this is why this is one that I grab most of the time. I still love my my beautiful Z80 in the white leather. I've been using the Go Z when I want a lot of battery life. I got the 217. So it's not necessarily about the newest. It's about like what's easy for you to work with, what makes your life a little bit easier, and what's satisfying, right? Satisfying should be the most important thing.
Any recommendations for a mod which holds a recessed RTA with a replaceable battery? I will suggest the Sunbox. I love that thing. It's a little bit outdated again, but it works. You know, the Sunbox is a great replaceable battery recessed device, and it's cheap as well too. Speaking of outdated device, I still sell Aries 2. Tons of them. People that come into the stores today in Greece and I want an easy rebuildable for me to learn and that's forgiving. I still sell Aries, and it's 3.5, 4 years, whatever it is now on the market. But we still sell them. My philosophy in the stores is we carry what works. We don't carry the latest and the greatest. I saw Smoke release a huge dual 21700 battery mod with a touchscreen the other day. The percentage I bought I have 5 stores. For all stores, I bought 8 units. That's it. I want to put 1 unit in every store for that one guy that might come in and desire that. But the days of me ordering 40 like I used to are done. Mm-hmm. We try to carry stuff that works. We're going to be able to find replacement coils for it or pods for it, and stuff that is in demand today. So it's extremely important for you to do a little bit of research. That's it.
Yeah, I totally agree. And there's still reviewers out there that are showing these products, sometimes reviewing. So let's see. Did we go over product launches? We did that. Some new pods. We're not going to get to that today. Maybe in a future show. Upcoming events. We haven't talked about that. Dimitri is back in Greece. That's kind of part of upcoming events and your questions. Of course, we always take your questions, but we're going to have to get together and book some flights again, aren't we? I know.
Yeah, we'll do it. So October the 9th, we will be in Birmingham, UK. Listen, Craig, you need to come to this one.
Yeah, come on,
I know
dude.
we had COVID just come on to this one. We will be in Birmingham, UK for the Vapor Expo. October the 15th, we have, I don't know if Phil's going to be here, the grand opening celebration of the Dash Vapes Europe. So we have a big party planned for that. And then October the 23rd, we're going to be in Paris for the Vape Expo, as we are every year, and we have been for the last 6 years, I think.
Yes, sir. Yes. And by the way, I have talked to Reggie's support staff.
Okay.
And I have the green light to just go from one to the other. So I can be at the Dash Vapes.
Yeah, but then I have to have like 10 days of entertaining you. Boy, that's a lot of work. That's just a lot of work.
I could change it back. I could fly back. No big deal.
No.
Come on, I'm so easy. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're the actual opposite of easy, but
I can't believe it. Listen, I know some of the people who show up in Greece, and you have to work a lot harder to entertain some of those motherfuckers than you need to entertain me. Come on now.
Yes.
I would really like to see the Island House. I'll be honest with you.
We'll make it happen this time. We'll make it happen.
Where have I heard that before?
We'll make it happen.
I know I'm going to be delivering fucking packages for 10 days. So
no. We'll make it happen. We'll go. I think that We'll have to figure out when 𝗨 is coming into town and all that. But we'll
Okay.
make it happen. We'll go for a couple of days to hang out there. It's just gonna be October. It's not gonna be like, we can't really go to the beach that much.
I just want to see the house, man. I haven't seen the house yet. I'm excited. I'm excited to see the new apartment. I'm excited to see the new house.
We're gonna do it. All
Take
right.
some beautiful
We've said it all.
photos. We have said it all. Listen, just a couple thank
By
yous.
the way, there's a Greek show September the 23rd.
Yeah.
Here, there's a Vape Expo here in Greece. It's horrible. It's not. But I'm gonna go because I'm the vice president of the Greek Trade Association, so I'll have to be there. But whatever. If you're in Greece and you want to come, whatever. I don't give a shit if you come or not.
Wow.
The show is horrible, so you're not going to see anything that's exciting. So.
What a great promotion for that show.
The organizer sent me a message on Facebook asking me if I want a booth when we're not friends. So I went to the spam messages. This is how professional these guys are. They don't even fucking have the decency to pick up the phone and call me and say, hey, Dimitri, you only own 5 stores, have a lab, your own disposable line, 17 different lines of liquid on the market. You employ 17 people in Greece. Would you like a booth? They sent me a message on Facebook, not even being friends. This is the kind of organizers we're talking about. So yeah, I'm not gonna have a booth there.
Like I said, I was going to do a couple of thank yous here to Craig and Marshall. Thank you guys very much for doing the admin work over on the platform Facebook group. We certainly appreciate you and all the support and help you give us. Mr. Bill Tarling. As always, Bill is, once again, he's putting the news stories up on tasteyourjuice.com, the important ones. So the little work that I do on Taste Your Juice, these videos are always replayed on Taste Your Juice. Anything else that I do is over there. So, thank you, Bill, and make sure you check out that site. And to everybody who joins us whenever we do these shows, we certainly appreciate you. We're glad you're still around. We're glad you're still vaping. We are happy that you are not smoking, and we always invite you to invite more people to come watch the show. And finally, to Peggy. Peggy, thank you for all of the support that you give us, you give Inikin, and you give the Unsalted line. I know you put yourself out there to get people these products. We appreciate it. And as always, if anybody wants to know where you can get Unsalted or some other Inikin products, if you don't want to go directly to Peggy, you come to me. I will send you to Peggy. We'll take care of you.
By the way, the show is September 17th and 18th, according to Vape My Noob, which sucks because I'm not going to be here. So I'm not going to be at the show. I thought it was the 23rd of September. But now apparently it's the 17th and 18th, but I can't because there's some American friends that are coming into Greece, and I will be not be available to go to the show.
Who are these American friends?
It's a lesbian couple friend of mine that is coming. Nicole.
Oh, Nicole. Okay.
Nick now. It's Nick.
Yeah.
Nick and Elizabeth are coming into to Greece for a week, and I'm going to be entertaining them, so I won't go to the show. So I won't be at the Greek show. If it's September the 17th and 18th, as Vape My Noob says, I thought it was the 23rd, but if it is, let's just show you how much I did. Are you planning on adding PayPal checkout to --vapes.eu? No, I don't think so.
I think that's a hard sell to do. They don't allow
keep in
that.
mind that I am not the owner of --vapes.eu. I just work for 𝗨, but age verification and all kinds of stuff that has to go down through all that. I don't think that PayPal is going to be an option for that. I'll ask, but that's all I can do. It's not up to me.
And by the way, I just want to point this out because I do want to do this one more time. In 3 of the devices that I'm using, I do have Watermelon Peach, the #1 best-selling flavor. Guys, I really use it because I really like it. I love the fact that not only is my name on it, but I use it. I enjoy it, and because I said the #1 best-selling flavor in the Unsalted line, I get to do another shot.
Cheers. Hi to Bambino Frutotrella, our good friend, is here. If you're not subscribed to Frutotrella, go over there and give him a sub. He's a really nice guy. Hey, what was I gonna say?
Go ahead, say it.
Yeah, I wanted to say something else.
What are you gonna say?
Let me look up. Maybe it'll come back to me.
You forgot? I love it because you're becoming more like me every single day. I'm
81 years old and I wrap my own coils and DIY my own juice, says Tom Lewis, of course.
Good for you. Good for you. I got on a little video chat the other day with Dimitri, and he had his glasses on, and I just love it. I love seeing that for all the bullshit and ball busting.
I've got one on every desk.
See, that's what I like. I literally have my glasses. They're spread around the entire house. Yep.
Oh, it's
my
so
God,
bad.
they make you look so smart.
I can't see shit. I really can't. It's just so bad. I sit down sometimes in the bed and I look at my phone and I can't.
I know.
Yeah, I just
right there with you, brother. Okay.
There was one more thing.
Go ahead.
One more thing.
Here, wait. Maybe this will remind you.
Oh my, opinions from both ends. You are listening to the DP Show with Dimmy and Phil.
Oh, after the show, what I was going to say is if you want to, we can Facebook a video. I can give you a little tour of the apartment.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh. Do you have pants on?
I do.
Okay. All right.
I do. I got back from work just to do the show, so I've been working all day.
Okay. What time is it there for you now? What is it about? 11 midnight? What is it?
Midnight.
Midnight? Okay. Yeah, I'd love to see the entire apartment.
That's it.
Okay, that's it. All right, everybody. I did all the thank yous. We did the show. Look for the Brits. By the way, the Brits. Are there runways solidified? Can you actually land on them now?
I do not know. I mean, it's cooled off. I'm assuming now there.
A little bit, right? Okay.
I don't know. I have to come to the States in November, I think, and I have to go through London, so I'm a little bit concerned about that. Maybe I'll cool down the tires before we take off.
Just bring ice. Throw it in front of the airplane. You'll be fine. All right, guys. As always, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you again soon.